kind of person who shoots a Kimber appreciates the attention to detail we put into every firearm we make. So when you tell us you want something new, that gets our attention. You want a micro compact, optics installed. You want high capacity and higher capacity. A flat trigger, less felt recoil. American made. And lots of upgrades built in. You want it, you got it. The Kimber R7 Mako. Feed your appetite for something different.
Roasted in Texas by Texans, a 2A company, JM4 Tactical Coffee, changing the way you start your day.
What's up, John?
Hey, how you doing, Chad?
I'm good. I'm waiting on Weston, and Nick's supposed to be on here also. I'm texting him to find out. I think he was in a meeting, so I'm hoping he got out on time because he's going to talk a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah, I was in a meeting myself, so I just got out of it. A big company was trying to pick my brain on a couple things I know.
I know this article's gone crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's been picked up by Guns and Gadgets and a bunch of other places, too.
Man,
actually talked to Jared about it. And also looked at other industries which got the survey, and the surveys look different. The surveys don't ask about what you're shipping and stuff.
Well, I talked to another holster company down South Texas, and what she told me was that she didn't get it, but the Census office is calling her, demanding her to fill it out, and she's going, "I didn't get no letters from you. What are you talking about?"
So it's go whatever yourself, because I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Which everyone should be grateful that you're not.
Yeah. So we'll see if Weston just texted and said he's clicking in.
Yeah, I mean, everyone should be grateful that you're not, because this is something that's not good. For everyone that doesn't know, Chad and a bunch of other holster companies, JM4 Tactical and a bunch of other ones, on your 6, for example, got these letters from the Census, which are supposed to be random, sent to different people about about the volume that you're shipping. But they wanted to know order numbers, what was being shipped, where they were being shipped to, and a bunch of holster companies got them. I'm talking about a lot of holster companies got these, and holster adjacent companies.
And it's it's a weird deal, and when it come in and it looked just like something that we would fill out for Census, like how many employees, things like that. But when my wife logged in and she started filling it out, and it come to order numbers and what exactly was in the box, description. I mean, she's going, "This is not right." She come to me and said, "We're not filling this out. We're not uploading anything. We're not doing any of this. We're not going to do this." So, and I was like, "Well, that's really strange." And it was past due. These are past due letters. We're getting past due letters. Of course, another company, holster company I won't speak of, got another really demanding letter. And I meant to send that over to you yesterday, John. But what I ended up doing is I sent it to Weston, and it's a pretty demanding letter. So, I mean, it's not like they're not giving up. And I'm pretty sure, I've got one holster company that I know that wants to stay anonymous. He's got 3 laying on his desk, So
they're pushing and pushing and pushing, and it's unusual, and I think it is definitely something that we need to look at.
And there's Mr. Martinez, and kind of was waiting on Nick, but I don't know if Nick's going to make it. I told him if he can't make it, because he's slam busy right now with family stuff going on. So He said he'll try to make it. So, Mr. Martinez, what did you think about that letter I sent you from another holster company yesterday? It looked pretty damn demanding, didn't it?
I mean, I think that, hold on, let me get the camera right here. Look, I tell you what, I think that people across Texas and across the United States should realize that they mean every word they say. When you have people like Beto O'Rourke saying, we're coming to take your guns, we're going to take your AR-15s, when you have people like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden saying the things they're saying on a national level, folks, you need to get ready because we are absolutely under attack. And some would even say that World War III is already taking place right here on our own home soil.
Well, we've got to be suspicious of everything. I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist until the past couple of years. It's kind of made me one. So I'm like second guessing anything I get, especially if it has a government attached to it. I'm sitting here going, well, U.S. government. I'm kind of sitting back going, yeah, this don't look right. So I second guess pretty much everything I get from them, if I get anything from them. Of course, we've been getting stuff from them here lately. And what is our next step? I know that we, that I talked to another lady today that's down in South Texas. She's owns a holster company, and they do some e-commerce. She said she hasn't got the letters, and I was actually going to get with you, but she's getting phone calls. There was a lady from the Census Bureau called her last week and wants to know why she hasn't filled her stuff out. She's like, I haven't received any letters from y'all. But they're calling her. Yeah, they're calling her, wanting her to fill it out. And she's sitting there going, I haven't received anything from y'all. What are you talking about? So that goes into I just don't even know anymore. They got my, I mean, I just don't trust them. I'm not saying they're actually, but they could actually use this. So we need to close that loophole. So what's going to be our next move, Mr. Martinez?
Well, they couldn't use it.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go. Oh.
No, I was just saying that they could use it, and I can definitely see them using it because they're weaponizing every other form of government to infringe on our rights. So why not use the Census Bureau?
Yeah.
Well, and the Census Bureau has always been used to weaponize, pistol whip their numbers. I had firsthand experience with them when Obamacare was trying to get passed, and they actually sent a person to my house to do the questionnaire. And I realized, being involved in politics and business, I realized that they actually were using the Census Bureau to do essentially push polling so that they could come out and then tell everybody else that, so anytime you hear the president or the federal government or somebody connected say something like, a new report shows 45% of Americans all believe that Joe Biden's doing great. That information comes from the Census Bureau, and they're pistol whipping the numbers, and they're making statistical analysis out of samples. And so we have to realize that the steps to action right now.
Are you there? I think I lost him for a minute.
No, it's me. Somebody was trying to FaceTime me. I said, we need to get people to get involved in every aspect of their local government. We need to eat these people alive and stop the pipeline of people that are serving in Congress. And we need to start fighting them at the city council level, at the school board level, show up at the PTAs, take over the PTAs, take over those pipelines. You need to think like you're infiltrating the drug cartel. And that's exactly what we need to do to have effective change on the November elections with the Congress and the governor and those other things like that. So the people on the left want everyone watching this to believe that one person cannot make a difference. And here's the deal. One person can still make a difference. So proactively, look, we're with our clients that we have that have received this letter, we're telling the federal government, contact us formally, and we'll talk to you then. Are we going to give them information? Absolutely not. But we're going to force them to incredulously show their hand, show their intention, because there's no way that you ask questions like this in this scope to this group without you trying to get this
Well, see, I think he got another phone call. See, the thing is John, is that we sell so many different products. Now, if they ask us how many holsters did you ship within this week, okay, or maybe how many orders did you ship within this week, and what was your main areas that you shipped them to? Okay, well, I mean, we'll let them know, hey, we shipped 900 orders from in these 7 days, and these are this is the general area of the cities that we ship them to. Well, that could be coffee, that could be hats, that could be stickers, that could be, what I mean, pins, that could be a hat. I mean, that could be a holster. It could be a belt. It could be a belt. Somebody could order a belt from us but never owned a gun. Somebody could order coffee from us but don't own guns. No, they're not satisfied with that. They want the detailed item that was in that box.
And that's where we have to beat them at their own game. I mean, how do we know that what you call a holster doesn't identify as a popsicle to somebody that received it?
And you're right. I see right here. I don't see. I didn't. I see a problem when they ask for order numbers. I see a problem when they ask for the actual item in the box. That's because that order number now gives them, that ties it to that certain customer, and we're not going to do that. Because that order number is tying it to a customer. It's not going to happen. I mean, we can't do that. It's against our ethics. It's against what our policies are here for our company, and our policies are to keep our customers, privacy at the highest level, no matter what it takes.
Well, and that's the opportunity that we have. We all know what it says, right? Evil will prevail when good men stand by and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So, all these people that have gone to rallies and drove around with a flag behind their pickup truck, and like I have and like I do, let's see you put some skin in the game. Let's see you do something. Let's see you take action with your feet, not just with your mouth. Let's see you take some action concisely and follow people like these guys right here. John put a great article out, Ammo Land. For those of y'all that haven't found that website yet or don't know about it, go check it out and go see what he's talking about. And, and just like with Chad and these guys, there are people that are willing to stand up for our rights. And those are the people we need to do business with. We have to start voting with our pocketbook. All of these woke companies, they sent gazillions of dollars to Planned Parenthood, and they voted with their pocketbook. So we need to do the same so we can start supporting our team, our people, because like I've said before, there's still two parties, but it ain't Republicans and Democrats. It's patriots and traitors. And even if you're a business owner, you fall into one of those two categories. You're either a patriot business owner or you're a traitor.
No, that's one of the things when I was talking to Chad, when Chad first contacted me about this, he put that out there and he was like, we're not going to turn it over. It doesn't matter what they're going to find us or what they will do to us. We're not turning over this information.
Yeah, I told John, I was like, I'll go to, I mean, I didn't know the extent of this, but these demand letters, I was like, I'll go to prison before I turn over my customers. It ain't happening. I mean, but of course, prison isn't it. But I didn't know the extent. But you see what I'm saying? I'll go to jail. I don't care. My customers are what made me in this company. I'm not going to stab them in the back.
And I think that's great that you're doing that, Chad. But your wife, she was the one that was like, hell no. She was the one that was like most adamant about.
Yes, my wife was, she's like, hell no, we're not stabbing our customers in the back. I mean, she drove, when she come in my office, she said, we are not doing this. I don't care. We are not, I mean, she's strong-willed, and she was the one that discovered it. And then I started going, this ain't making sense. So I picked up the phone, called a couple of holster company owners I know, and they were like, yeah, I got one. And now I'm getting another one demanding, and we're getting past due notices. And I was like, yeah, it ain't happening.
Yeah, this is one of those moments where, you say no. They call us up to Congress. We'll go testify before Congress. and the fireworks will be beautiful because free American citizens are standing up for our freedoms in the halls of our government.
Yeah, at first when Chad called me, I was like, well, maybe it's not a big deal. This is like a random thing. And then I started contacting holster companies, and they're like, yeah, we got one. I'm like, okay, this is supposed to be random. This is definitely not random.
No, it's not. And like in this question right here, they were asking for order numbers. They're asking for the specific item that is in the box and the zip code it's being shipped to. Okay, that is going to give them data of how many guns are being carried in. Most people, they own 5 or 6 holsters before they actually find us. Per gun, they own 5 or 6 holster or per gun, so that they could account for that being 5 guns in that zip code. So that 5 guns just equivalent to millions.
Yeah, what I think they're looking for is the 9 states that were may issue, and now they have to be shall issue.
Yes. And they, all that could be a big factor. I don't know. There's so much they could use with that data, and turn the numbers around and make it look even worse.
Oh, by the way, shout out to Maryland. Maryland did an awesome job on my new concealed carry. They were May issue. I filed for my concealed carry permit on Friday, and I got it approved today. So less than a week. So shipping out.
So, Mr. Martinez, that's our next step. We're just kind of waiting. I know there's a lot of articles out there. I know there's a lot of information out there now that people can start asking questions and referring to, going, what's this about? What are y'all doing? Of course, they're going to deny it, and it's going to be hell to prove.
Well, the next step, is getting ready for that, but at the same time, weaponizing those free loving Americans that are in this country, so that we're not going to be alone. You're going to see soccer moms and college students and pastors of churches and priests all out there in one mind and one accord saying, you know what, this is wrong. This is not what's supposed to happen. And we're standing up, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And the left, they're trying to use this as their October surprise. They're going to try to come out, and they're going to try to project that we've got a gun epidemic that's bigger than the COVID hoax that they put together. And they're going to basically say, we need to eradicate this from our society. And again, just look at the guy that that killed that guy in the mall this last weekend. Not even a license to carry holder, just exercising constitutional carry in his state, and didn't have any military training, wasn't a former police officer. He's just a guy at the mall with his wife.
Yeah, he engaged him.
He engaged him. So, and I want to say the kid is. There's no verify, but the way he engaged him, the way he overcome it, the way he didn't freeze. He's had to have been to the range a lot, or had some kind of, maybe a basic level class or something.
He hit him 8 times out of 10 shots from 40 yards.
Yeah, he's had to have, but he took that upon himself
while being fired on.
Yeah, and so he had to have taken that upon himself to go get some training.
100%.
That's one of the things that are taught. Of course, we do a lot of schools. Is it's very hard to make a 50-yard shot. And then when I'm saying 50 yards is a long hallway. This kid was doing it.
The Holy Spirit can help guide those bullets, just like he's guiding those hands. He did say his grandpa taught him how to shoot when he was a kid.
Yeah, this kid did a phenomenal.
No formal training, Grandpa.
No formal.
So his grandfather must have been a hell of a teacher.
Yeah, the kid did phenomenal. And then they come back and say, "Oh, well, he broke the mall rules."
Congratulations,
Shannon Watts.
Good job. Good job.
I don't care if he broke the mall rules. He saved a lot of people.
Those signs don't have rule of law, so there you go.
Well, and look, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about Uvalde, or we're talking about a mall, or we're talking about a parking lot. A good guy with a gun is always going to do good. A bad guy with a gun is always going to do bad. And the left is trying to weaponize all the facts and details they can to try to pretend like we're a bunch of, slap happy people that are uncontrolled, out of control, and that we somehow are responsible for all these mass shootings that, quite honestly, if you go back and look, every one of them are tied to liberal Democrats, except for one of these guys had a dad that was some kind of a Republican voter. But you go back and check their political background, it's the woke people that are out there purporting a lot of this stuff, and people don't want to talk about that.
Well, and then they could come out. I mean, I'm still trying to wrap my head around how many ways they can use the information they're asking for against us. And that may be something, that they try to use. Look how many guns are being carried. Look how many mass shootings we're having, and they're not being stopped by gun owners that are screaming. You know what I mean? And their numbers could be flawed. We get one really good, and the kid did phenomenal. I just can't believe people are second guessing him. But
well, let me tell you what else they're trying to do. Just so you know, they are trying to put together a list of facts and details so they can go after our base and get our base that are, freedom loving, Second Amendment loving people to go out there and say things like, yeah, we should limit Second Amendment access to people based on their age. We should limit Second Amendment access. And that's what they're trying. They're trying to whittle out 10% of what we would call friendlies, so that way they can go to people like the NRA and say, look, here's what eroded in your numbers, in your polling data from August 1st to October 1st. And they're going to put it out there as the October surprise. I'll tell you a funny story from an old Democrat friend of mine. About 15 years ago, 20 years ago, he says, Weston, I know you're going to be in politics the rest of your life. And he said, I'll tell you something. He said, there's lies, there's damn lies, and then there's statistics. He said, and don't forget it in that order. And what we're about to see is not a lie. It's not a damn lie. We're about to see statistics. They're going to pencil whip these numbers to make it look like every wackadoo out there is a Republican voting, magnetic holster carrying, gun owner. If you haven't bought a magnetic holster from JM4 Tactical, go see these guys.
We have a lot of people that have emailed us and commented and told us thank you for standing up for them. That they've seen the articles, and a lot of our customers are reaching out to us saying thank you. I know I talked to Nick, and he's got some emails also saying, basically thank you for standing up, and not giving over personal information. And those order numbers, I mean, those order numbers could be subpoenaed later for anything, and that ties it straight to that customer.
Yeah, but look, I've even got J6 clients right now whose information is federally sealed, and the federal government leaked information that was given in closed door testimony. So they will weaponize, to your point earlier, John, they will weaponize the data and the agencies any way they can, because they do not care how it hurts us. We are cancer to them.
Unfortunately, I think you're right about that.
And that's where it's people like John and business owners like Chad, everybody has to be doing their part. And we need to wake our side up and let them know, folks, it's going to be a lot better if we're together and moving and mobilize versus waiting, in the kill box for somebody to come get us politically.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, so I sent that letter over to you. We'll get some other. I'll give you that other person's information over there, Weston. So we're kind of building this. It's going to take some time. I know it is, but we need to get them to admit. I mean, or we need to. I watched a video the other day done by what's his name? My mind just went completely blank. He did a phenomenal video. And one of the things he talked about is CJ Grissom. I don't know why I didn't remember his name. CJ did a really good video the other day. He said there's 32 million small businesses in the United States. They only send out 160,000 of these letters every 5 years. And every holster company he called had received one. So what are the odds of that? Because the majority of them I called received them. And John, I mean,
yeah, well, that's the reason why. I first I was like, yeah, it's probably nothing, and then like, well, there's something here.
Yeah, I had to call John a couple times. Like, John, am I overthinking this? Is this a conspiracy? Am I being a conspiracy theorist? No, I don't think you're overthinking this one, Chad. I said, all right.
It is political oppression at its finest.
Yeah.
It is political oppression at its finest.
We CJ did a really good, like I said, a really good video over that, and he put a lot of the numbers together, and it just, you can't target that many holster companies and it not be you know what I mean, it not be on purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, some of these holster companies have been in business 40 years, and they said this is the first one.
And that's why, following people like John on his social media platforms, following JM4 Tactical on their social media platforms, this is how we get the information out quickly and timely. And, we just really have to be diligent about what is next, because they've already planned 3 or 4 steps down the road. They've got the whole thing mapped out. And the good thing is we're on to them early, and they don't like that. So we have to be ready for the response. And, obviously follow me on my social media as well. But, these industry leaders like you guys, on this particular issue, this is where people need to go for the source of information on what's next and what's happening now.
Well, I've put the information out there. I've let people know. I mean, I've got a TikTok video that's blowing up right now. And I went in there and like I said, I don't accuse them. It's just like my son says, sus. He calls it sus. That's sus off that. What is that game?
Among Us.
Yeah, Among Us, because I play Among Us. That's sus, Dad. Yeah, you're right, son. It's sus.
Yeah.
But he, we went in and I did a TikTok video kind of explaining to people what was going on, and that thing has gone crazy on TikTok. And like I said in the video, I'm not saying they are using it, but this is a loophole we definitely need to close by getting a bill passed. So how do we go about getting a bill written?
So I've already talked to some congressmen about getting a bill passed, getting a bill formulated. Because of the numbers in Congress right now, we're going to have to have November hit to get it actually across where it needs to be. And the people in the meantime, they need to just be vigilant. We are actually going to put together a survey for every congressman and or people running for Congress to ask their opinion on passing something similar to the Firearm Protection Act and doing that so that it extends to manufacturers, because we need to protect our privacy, protect our rights, and not allow anybody, Republican or Democrat, to weaponize it against us. I mean, for those of you that are watching that are on the left and you're entertained by what we're talking about, look, we don't think that, crazy liberal left businesses should be releasing their information as well. We have to maintain our privacy, or else the government will have a total chokehold on our lives, even greater than they have today.
So yeah, I mean, it's nobody's business whether you're on the right or the left. It's not the government's business. It's between the business and their customers.
Exactly. So, John, I know you've seen some traffic on the article that you put out on your website. Have you got any odd questions or people that are asking questions that maybe stick out?
No, just when I'm. It's not my website. I work for AMLN. I wish I owned AMLN. AMLN. Yeah, that's a pretty big company. But yeah, they're one of my clients that I write articles for and produce articles for. But just a lot of people have been. One of the things that a lot of people are worried about is like other companies that are being mum about it, and they're worried that their information is being leaked by some of the other wholesale companies out there. And I'm sure it is, because I think some of the people didn't realize what it was when they were answering it. And I think it's going to help out the wholesale companies that do stand up against like tyranny. I hate to call it tyranny, but that's exactly what it is. And I think a lot of people are going to go with holster companies like JM4 Tactical, that they know that the information is secure and they know that they're not going to leak anything. So
Well,
yeah.
And can you imagine that I mentioned about people on the left? You know, I would almost anybody that says, "Oh, we should release that information," you know, I reality test stuff with the Democrat people that I know that are friends of mine, and they're friends, but they're wrong politically. And so, I ran the question, but oh yeah, we should have all that information. I said, oh okay. I said, should we also be forced to release all the information from Planned Parenthood about all the abortions that they do? Should we get the girls' names and zip codes and addresses, and maybe what insurance company they used, or did they pay cash, or
was it a boy or a girl,
was it
or
yeah? Who was the father? How much information should we include? And that's where, when I talk about with people like my friend Chad at JM4 Tactical, and John's a new friend, but I've known Chad for a long time. But that's where we have to be creative at fighting fire with fire.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I mean, it's privacy. It's privacy.
Exactly.
That's just the way it goes down to. I mean, what I pay my taxes. I pay the government taxes. I pay the state taxes. For sales tax. I pay the employees taxes. I pay the property. I pay all the taxes. Leave me and my customers alone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I pay y'all your money. Go away.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
This isn't strong arming. You're not going to strong arm small businesses, because we're not going to fold.
Well, they're going to try to scare you too.
Oh yeah.
Like their website where it says a $5,000 fine, when if you read the statute, it's $500. And they don't tell you that only one person has ever been attempted to be prosecuted in, and that was back in 1994. So they make it seem like all these people are being prosecuted every day if they don't do it, and no, that's not the case. But they're not going to tell you that.
Yeah, I talked to one of the holster companies. I called him a while ago, and he's down in South Texas, and he's another one, and he's like, "Oh, we're not going to fill it out. We're with you. We're with you. We're not filling it out. We're going to do whatever you do." And I was like, all right. I was like, I'm not telling you not to fill out. It's up to you. All I'm telling you is what we're doing. And we're not filling it out. We're not giving them anything. So I'll keep collecting them so I can frame them later.
Yeah, maybe you can make a difference and get this shut down.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying. That's an On Your Six Holsters is working, and we're expecting the state of Texas to help us out. We're expecting Ted Cruz to come in and help us out also with any, what I mean? We're expecting the state, because we are a stronghold state. Our state is big, known for 2A. We're known for loving our ARs. We're known for loving, what I mean? Our churches on every corner. We're, being a bit of freedom. We love our freedom. So, and if we're going to continue to love our freedom, we're expecting the state of Texas to step in and help us protect this against the big government.
Yep, that's right. And that's why we need people to share this video. If you're watching this video, tag it, link it, share it.
I'm expecting Ted Cruz. I've got 2 phone calls into him so far, and one last week, one this week. I know he's a hard man to get a hold of, but I've left my concerns, and I'm wanting to speak with him. I've met him one time a few years ago, but I'm expecting to have a conversation with him about what's going on and get him in contact with Martinez and give him our concerns.
Yep. And that's where we, but again, we have to weaponize our people to show people like Cruz and Beto O'Rourke that we're not alone.
What are you talking about, Francis?
Robert Francis.
Robert.
Bobby.
Is that his Bobby Robert? Is
Robert Francis O'Rourke? AKA
what kind
of taco is he? What kind of taco would Nancy Pelosi say that he is?
That was Joe Biden that called all Latino.
But Nancy would have to agree. So would he be like a faux taco?
A French? Do they make They don't make French tacos because he's French, isn't he? Like French?
No, he's they're Irish.
Irish.
Oh, Irish.
Yeah. What made me laugh is the guy that there were two guys running against each other, Beto and Ted, and you're like, okay, which one's Latino, and which one's white? You looked at it, you would mix them up.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Ted's the Latino and Beto's the white guy.
I did a TikTok video. It was like, am I half a sauce? I got to be half. I'm a half a hard taco because I'm a guy. So I'm half a hard breakfast taco. I was just trying to make sense of this whole breakfast taco thing, and it made no sense.
We've got a place in San Antonio called Rolando's Super Taco. Their tacos are literally about 14 inches long.
What?
And they've got a big mural on the side of their business. Great family business. Been there 30 years. So, and they love the Lord. They got a bunch of Bible verses and murals on their wall as well, externally for the public driving by. So I'm going to go over there next couple of days, and I'm going to take a quick video or a picture in front of it and ask them, does this mean somehow that I'm a cannibal? That I'm going in to eat tacos? Does this make me a cannibal?
I mean, you could take that eating tacos to a whole nother level.
And I plan to. And I plan to. It's going to be so good. John's going to write another story about it. He's like, bullets or burritos? You choose.
Well,
that's like a twist on the Pablo Escobar thing.
That's exactly right.
Were you a burrito eater or a taco eater?
Yeah, right. Pablo Escobar, for those that don't know, used to say, what is it, plata or whatever. It meant bullets or gold or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Exactly. So he took his payoff or he'd kill you.
Yeah. Take your pick. One or the other.
So just like everything else, this is going to take some time for all the people watching. We will get it done. Please share this video. Please tag Ted Cruz in this video. Let him know that I'm serious. We need to talk to him. We are Texas-owned businesses, and we have a lot of followers out there, so we should be able to get Ted Cruz tagged in this video, and maybe he'll wake up and call me. I understand he's a busy man, but give a man a call. 5 minutes.
Those things are coming. Right now, we're doing the downhole work, and you guys are doing good. But help us, for those of you watching, help us be more successful in this pursuit to protect your freedom by sharing this video.
Yeah, and then share the article from John's from Ammo Land. Share it. And get that out there. We need people to know about this, and we need people to start asking questions. The more people that ask questions and start calling, and the more attention it's going to get, because we need something passed that's going to protect me. I mean, I'm not even government regulated. I feel like I'm government regulated right now. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I sell a leather holster. Leave me alone.
Exactly.
I sell some coffee.
Yeah, was that cowhide raised organically or by a solar farm, or was it corn that was raised by a pivot system that used oil and gas to put diesel inside of that pivot system to water it?
Yeah. How many times a year did it fart? Did you pay the taxes on that? That's what I feel like.
That's exactly right.
I mean, it's something else. I mean,
now I know that this is the first one we did, but I think that we were talking about trying to do a couple of these. So for everybody watching, y'all get ready. We'll have some updates that are coming here pretty quick, and some other instructional things that you can do to be a part of the solution.
We're just getting started.
That's right.
And what'd you tell me? What you're wanting to do is to have Kamala Harris address this issue.
Oh, at Congress, I want them to subpoena us to go give congressional testimony and have Kamala Harris chair that committee so that she can be asking us questions. And we'll talk about the border and bullets and why we need to have magnetic holsters from JM4 Tactical while I'm reading an article by John Crump in my possession to protect myself and my family.
Yeah. That's our goal. Our goal is to take it all the way. I mean, and that's our goal.
Yeah, we're not going to back down.
No, we're not.
They picked the wrong guys to mess with.
Yeah, I will. Me and my wife, we are strong, bullheaded people, and we will not back down from that fight at all. And we are willing to take it all the way. I will testify in front of Congress that it's not the government's business to know my customers' information.
Exactly. And I can see you doing that too.
Walk out with my. They're not getting it from me. They can go somewhere else with that.
I should get you a taco hat. There's a hat. There's a hat that's a crispy taco with all the fixings that you have for a Halloween dress. I think I'll have to get one for you.
I'll give my taco hat.
That's right. Yo quiero Taco Bell. We got to do this again. We
do. So we're going to keep y'all updated. We'll definitely keep y'all people updated. Share the hell out of this. Tag Ted Cruz. Let's get people involved.
And tag JM4 Tactical. Tag John. I know you'll put all that stuff in there, Chad. You're really good about that. Thank you for teaching the rest of us.
I'm fixing to start doing some TikTok videos on Ted Cruz next. Be like, I want your attention. I want 5 minutes of your time. 5 minutes to do all my bitching. And know that you got our back.
Hopefully he responds.
Well, he should. And I imagine Martinez is going to get him to respond. You know him, don't you?
Of course.
Well, then why ain't you guys? You tell him he got a mad voter over here.
Not him,
just an upset voter.
No, we know you're a male. We know you identify as a male traditionally. We got the brisket in the bar. We got the brisket in the pit. It's smoking right now. It'll be ready just a little bit longer, and we'll have plenty of burnt ends for everybody.
Yeah, I'm not a soft taco. I'm a hard taco.
Okay.
Y'all are gonna be. And with that, we will say, God bless you and God bless Texas.
Yes, God bless everybody. We love our country. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are. I mean, John, were you on the podcast the other day with me? And I tell you what, we found an interesting friend out of New York, Todd. Awesome dude. Love that dude. And he went from liberal to conservative.
Nice.
And he is awesome. I think it was me and Rich had him on.
It was you and Rich. I was not feeling very well, man. So I had Rich fill in for me.
Awesome, man. Me and Todd, I'll talk to him every couple of days. He's an awesome dude. But yeah, he's moving to Florida.
Wow.
Yep. He's big on TikTok. Really big on TikTok.
Well, get him to share this video and tag us on there, and maybe we'll do another video with him.
Yeah.
All right. To Census land.
Yeah. All right, my friends. Anything else? Got anything, John?
No, that is it. I got another article that I'm working on that's going to be pretty. It's going to be pretty good coming out.
Good.
You guys got to wait for that.
And listen, we have a new website being launched out tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. No, Friday.
I'm about to say
Friday. I've got my days mixed up. So
we got to say, did you hear something I did?
No. No, it's Friday, and we're actually we've got to go to town tomorrow, so I'll be gone for most of the day tomorrow. My wife still hasn't got her taste and smell back, and it's been over a year and a half. And there's a doctor in South Texas that's using the same deal that they use on patients that have PTSD, where they put a shot in your neck to shock your body back.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be giving people their taste and smell back immediately.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so we're going down there for that shot. I'll let y'all know how it works out in the doctor once she has it. But so far, very great reviews, very positive. People are loving this stuff. And they're actually getting healed by this doctor on their COVID stuff. Because my wife, she can't even eat meat that's in the refrigerator from the next day, even brisket.
Yeah, I mean, when I had COVID, I have had it twice, and I was asymptomatic, so it's kind of good for me.
Yeah.
I haven't got it yet. I've got the Z gene, so there really is such a thing, even in my last name.
All right, you got a question here. Got a question there.
Great question
for you. Any comment on the new ATF statement on the TV?
What is the new statement? I've been on the vacation, really. So I've been doing work, but I haven't been following things as closely as I usually do. I work and then I take the night off and go hang out with my family, which is something unusual because I usually work up until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, you definitely need, you got to always take family time. My son, he's up there with my parents in Yellowstone right now, and for 2 weeks. But he goes back Sunday. He calls me awesome. Every day.
Yeah, well, it's my son's birthday, so on Monday I went to the water park with him and everything else like that. So I really haven't been looking at the ATF's TV statement, but I will look into that.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all guys. If any other, we're off here, and y'all have a good night. And I appreciate everybody watching. Let me try to get onto this banner. All right. I don't know how to even click out of this. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Check us out at JM4Tactical.com.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at this.
Hang on.